It's your weekly VR recap. Here are the top stories of the week. First up, Insomniac Games was acquired by Sony Worldwide Studios this week. Insomniac is the studio behind VR titles like Edge of Nowhere and The Unspoken, as well as other PS4 titles like Spider-Man and Ratchet & Clank. If you're worried about the future of Stormland, Insomniac's latest upcoming VR title, then don't fret. The game's official Twitter account confirmed that it will still be coming to Rift this holiday season. Google released an open source algorithm for real-time finger tracking. Although Google didn't mention VR explicitly in the blog post, it's no secret that Google is researching into VR technologies. It did, however, talk about its impact on AR and how this kind of advancement would help overlay digital content and info on top of the real physical world. Definitely something to watch out for. Highly anticipated stealth action shooter ESPIRE.one will now be releasing later this year rather than in its original August window. The news came as a tweet from publisher Tripwire, who ensured that the latest build can be played at Gamescom, Europe's largest gaming show of the year that's on right now. The Void teased its upcoming Marvel VR project, telling us that it will be a big Avengers location-based VR experience, similar to Star Wars Secrets of the Empire, and that it will be their most ambitious experience to date. As if that wasn't enough, they also told us that they'll be working on something with Sony Pictures Virtual Reality, the same team they made Ghostbusters Dimensions with. Another major Oculus executive has left Facebook's VR team. This week it was Max Cohen, VP of Mobile at Oculus, who was known for working on the Samsung Gear VR and the Oculus Go. This bit of news comes after our report of Nate Mitchell's departure from Oculus last week, and the lack of Gear VR support in Samsung's latest flagship phones, the Note 10 and the Note 10 Plus. And finally, we've been to Gamescom. You can check out all of our reactions to the VR at the show, read about what we thought about games like Iron Man VR and Groundhog Day like Father Like Son, and we'll also be posting more impressions over the next week, including ESPIRE.one and Phantom Covert Ops. Now for this week's top releases. Run, swing and glide your way through the deadly streets of Delta City in the Tower 2 in hopes of reaching the last rescue shuttle. Westworld Awakening is set in the second season of the TV show, where you'll play as Kate, who is undergoing a journey of self-discovery. And Afterlife is an interactive story experience of how the death of a child can create real struggles within a family. Now, over on our community download, we asked you what you thought of Insomnia's acquisition, and your response was pretty mixed. Some of you thought it was bad because VR content won't get shared across all platforms. And finally, we've got some Tower 2 Steam VR codes for you this week. Click on the VRecap article below for all the details on the competition. Good luck! Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week, but in the meantime, have a little browse through our other videos.